morning, good morning. Turn on the marquee lights. Good morning tonight.
Good morning, Broadway is feeling bright. Good morning tonight.
When the theaters shut their doors, we were so sad and blue.
Now we're bringing back Broadway in our Tuesday night review.
So good morning.
We'll make you feel alright. Good morning tonight for you.
Good morning tonight.
What a take. Good morning.
Good morning tonight, Michael.
Hello. Cheers. Welcome to Good Morning Tonight, another episode. I am Michael Hull.
I am Jackie Cox.
And we're so excited that you're here. You guys, Jackie and I figured that tonight was a bit of a magical episode. We have some princesses, some fairies. So we did our best magical chic. Jackie went for Ice Queen, and I went for
magical princess, it's like Genovia on like a winter's day.
Yes, and I'm giving you children's magician birthday party entertainer.
Okay,
sparkly
also
blazer. Also magic.
Also magic. Speaking of magic, in honor of our special guests, I'm cheersing you out of my Magic Kingdom mug.
Cheers.
Which conveniently matches the blue and yellow of our logo. Look
at
that.
Like you planned it. I'm cheersing you out of my Thank You for Being a Friend mug because remember that puppet Golden Girls musical that I directed?
Why, yes, Michael. I do remember the puppet Golden Girls musical you directed off Broadway.
Off Broadway and a national tour, and it just dropped on Broadway on Demand. So if anybody out there has Broadway on Demand and you like the Golden Girls and you like puppets, they can see it now.
Starring a few friends of this network and show. And I've heard rave reviews so far from those who've been able to watch it. And if you haven't, you can go to, is it BroadwayHD.com?
BroadwayOnDemand.com.
Broadway On Demand.
They are competitors.
And speaking of demanding Broadway, Michael, I think that we've been demanding some Broadway on this here television program.
We have been. Strange segue, but I'm going to run with you. You guys, we have an insane episode for you today. Jackie and I are beside ourselves. We are here, and then we are beside ourselves as well. We have Broadway and recording artist and singing real-life legend Liz Callaway is joining us today.
Oh, my goodness.
And,
I don't even know what to say. We also have the singing voice from The Greatest Showman. Lauren Allred is here. She sings Never Enough, and I can't do it. So there you go.
She's amazing, and she's got new music that she's going to tell us all about. And then, of course, we're hanging out with producer and musical director extraordinaire Benjamin Rauhala is here with us, and he's going to tell us all about. He's been up to some crazy things in quarantine, and he's one of the first people. He's the first person I think I saw who actually worked on an in-person live concert, socially distant. I want to hear all about it. I cannot wait.
And I'll be doing my best Laura Osnes cosplay audition for him throughout this show. So wish me luck.
Good luck. Laura Osnes has some big glass slippers to fill.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm wearing any shoes because they only see me from the waist up here
because
on this
it's a pandemic.
program.
Last thing before we jump into our episode, and it's no secret because I'm seeing it all over the comments, we have to congratulate our Drag Race people who just won an Emmy for casting.
Yes.
Congratulations, Jackie Cox. Picking you is an Emmy Award-winning move.
It's an Emmy Award-winning decision, and this was the first time I believe that RuPaul's Drag Race has won the Emmy for casting.
Well,
so I guess it had something to do with us season 12 girls. But if you are watching the Emmys, the rest of the Emmys will be coming out later, and that will be when we find out if RuPaul will win their third Emmy Award, as well as the show, if that one will win its third Emmy Award for Best Reality Competition Program.
Yes. So. Jackie, am I frozen for you or just for me?
You're frozen in general, but yes, you are.
Great.
You are frozen for me. But it's a very lovely, like calm expression on your face.
I'm gonna ruin the illusion for a moment.
It's been a green screen this whole time.
Can you see me now? Yeah,
I can.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna run with it. It's gonna be a green screen. Sorry, guys, but this episode is too good to miss. I can't be frozen for this whole thing. I'll try it again later. But what do you say we jump right in and for the moment that we've been looking forward to all day?
I am so excited. Let us do it. Oh, I'm starting. Yes.
It's your
Quite
line,
frankly,
darling.
it's near impossible to introduce our first guest today. She's an actress, singer, recording artist, and an actual legend in the Broadway community. You've heard this woman's voice in some of our most cherished animated films, including on the Academy Award-nominated song Journey to the Past in the animated feature Anastasia. She made her Broadway debut in Merrily We Roll Along, which started her long collaborative relationship with Stephen Sondheim himself. And of course, she was one of the most iconic Grisabellas. Plus, she got a Tony nomination for her performance in Baby.
She is also, it was in the original cast of Miss Saigon. That's right. She's the OG Chris, What's Haunting You, The Three Musketeers, and The Look of Love. Her off-Broadway credits and accolades are just too many to count right now. And she has sung and shared the stage with the best of the best. Also, she and her sister, Anne Hampton Callaway, have one of my favorite duo concerts of all time, Sibling Rivalry.
Ugh, and they wrote the Nanny theme song together.
They did.
She has 6 solo albums available wherever you get your music. Plus, if you just type her name in, you'll see her featured on a bajillion more tracks.
I had the honor of getting to know her a little bit over the past few years, and I can also just tell you that she is just one of the kindest and most generous souls. It is with great, great excitement that we welcome to the show the one and only Liz Callaway.
Hello, Liz!
Hello!
Cheers! Good morning
Cheers.
tonight!
Good morning tonight. That was some intro. Thank you, guys. Wow.
Liz, it started about 12 pages long, and then we just had to cut it for time. But
I am honored.
Well,
that was something.
Liz Callaway, this is your life!
I do have to correct one thing because I could get in so much trouble in terms of the nanny. Anne, my sister, wrote the nanny. I sang on it with her. I love that you told me. I wrote it too. And actually, maybe from now on, I will tell people I wrote it too. So why not?
Well, I would say this, if Beyonce is a co-author on every one of her songs, I think that, just your vocal phrasing counts as some writing. No?
I think so. And,
Yeah.
I co-wrote Journey to the Past as well. Why not?
We're so excited you're here. Good morning tonight. Where are you coming to us from this evening?
I am home. This is my kitchen. I live about an hour north of New York City in Westchester County. And I actually, right before this, I just did a live Zoom podcast with people from New Zealand. So I'm so I feel very kind of like I am being very expansive.
Yeah, you've been on a whole press tour just tonight.
That's right. It's a very, very big night for me.
Speaking of press tours and big nights in quarantine, you've been very busy in quarantine. I've seen you. You sang on Stars in the House the other night. You've been staying busy. You've been, of course, posting to social media your newest series, which everyone is obsessed with. Liz Callaway sings you a song while driving her car.
Yeah, one of my big things was for the pandemic is like really trying to work on my video game, like my YouTube channel and learn video editing. And it actually, I've always sung in my car for years and years. It's just, I always practice in my car, and actually during the pandemic when I have like anxiety, it helps me to sing. And so I thought, wouldn't it be funny if I like videoed myself singing in my car, since I'm going to be singing in my car anyway. And it just sort of has taken off. It's just, I never thought the reaction, I just kind of was doing it for fun. Yeah. And it's cool. It's really cool how people they say that just people find it very soothing.
Yeah, and it feels like we're there with you. So it feels like, God, I want to sit in this car and have Liz sing me a song, and people now can have that experience.
It makes me very happy. It makes me very happy to be singing in my car. In fact, earlier today, I had to go somewhere, and I was like, I did like 3 songs, and we'll see if I'll post something this week. Yeah. But it's fun, and it's very relaxing, and it's also just a chance to if you want to make people happy during this time and just share, you want to share music, and it's been quite a time for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been it's been such a staple for me to be able to log on and watch. And I feel like every time a new one drops, my whole Facebook, my whole Instagram is like, have you seen what Liz Callaway did? Have you seen?
Oh my God. Well, I've asked for some requests, and I'll probably ask again. And actually somebody on Twitter requested Metalark. And there's
all 19 minutes?
There's some songs
like, how far are you going to drive?
Well, it's exactly. And some songs are easier standing up.
Yeah.
So it really kind of depends on, I'll give it a go. And then if it's not too bad, I'll post it one of these days.
Now, Liz, before we journey to the past into your journey of becoming a princess of many kinds, how about we all actually get to share in one of your car songs together? Is that all right with you?
I'd love it. Yes, please.
Yeah. I am so excited. When we reached out and asked if there was something you wanted us to share, you said, well, maybe one of the things in the car. And this was the thing that I immediately said, this one's my favorite one. This song has been on my mind a ton. Jackie did a cover of it. That was for Pride Festival.
I did it for Denver Pride, yeah.
Jackie did a beautiful cover of it for Denver Pride. You sang it in your car. It was one of the first songs to be sung again on a stage live as part of theater as we make our way back to a way of putting live theater on stage. I just think it's an incredible song. It is even more poignant now than maybe ever else. So let's, without further ado, you guys close your eyes for a second. Put yourself in Liz Callaway's car.
And let me just say that I did this in February, right before the lockdown. Wow. And this was I was going to a rehearsal in the city. And so you need to know that. And I recorded a single of this actually last year. And so I'm singing to my track. But know that this was right before everything's shut down.
Yeah. Let's take it away.
Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke,
Ah! Oh my God. And the siren being in tune at the end.
I know, it's the craziest thing. And I remember that was on Amsterdam Avenue at like 73rd Street. And I remember just thinking it was so amazing that there was a siren. And until I played it back, I don't think I realized it was the same key.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's like, it's magical. It feels like the city is singing.
Well, it's
along with
also,
you.
it made me
just
very,
magical.
it made me a little choked up though, seeing, just, it was, I mean, it's coming back, but it was, it was just before everything stopped. And, and I've been I haven't been in the city that much. And I don't sing in my car in the city that often.
A few other things to think about.
Well, it's easier like, going into the city.
Right.
But
you're just rolling down your window and saying, hey, what's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I do have outtakes that I am keeping, and someday.
Well, I can't wait for the blooper reel.
I will share my blooper reel for sure.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, Liz, all I want to do now is just get a sidecar that's like attached to your car, and then just be there, and then then there's like a window, very COVID safe, and then I'll just like be riding along and trying to learn how to sing like you.
Yeah, we could do a duet. We could do a duet, and
very available, very available. Michael, we have to kind of dive into the reason I'm wearing this tiara, not just because it's gorgeous, but because we are here amongst royalty. Liz Callaway.
We sure are.
Everyone knows that you are Anastasia, but I was so impressed to learn that you have been many princesses, and in addition to that, you've almost been even many more princesses, which is incredible, and including playing one of my favorite princesses. You are the singing voice of Princess Jasmine in the two sequels to Aladdin, which is, that's big for me. I love Jasmine. She's our Middle Eastern princess. Talk to me about kind of that period of your life, and hey, it could still happen now, but there was this period where you were kind of really in this animated world. What do you think drew you to that world, or that world drew you in? What was kind of the appeal of that?
Well, it actually just sort of happened. I remember, I loved animated movies when I was a kid, like the old fashioned ones, but you didn't get to really see them a whole lot. And then I remember I was living in Boston, and when Little Mermaid came out, and that was sort of, I auditioned for Little Mermaid, and it was like auditioning for a Broadway show. My agent called me, and it was very similar. And when I saw Little Mermaid, I was like, wow, that is amazing. And then suddenly that just started this whole wave of incredible animated movies. And I was super lucky to have been a part of. I sang in the ensemble, starting with Beauty and the Beast. My big solo line was, good day. In fact, Benj, who you're going to be talking to in a little while, I did a Broadway princess party at Fines 54 Below, and he created the most amazing medley called the Comprehensive Princess Medley, I think, the Liz Callaway Comprehensive Princess Medley. And it's on YouTube, and basically I could tell my whole saga of auditioning and not getting something, auditioning and not getting it, and doing the chorus, and then, graduating and finally playing a princess. And I just feel like I was incredibly fortunate that it was just like the right time, and my voice was just the right voice for these movies. And it's, sometimes they say, oh, I was born in the wrong era in terms of Broadway. If you were in the 50s, right, you would have heard of all these musicals. But I really was born at the right time to be able to have done all those animated movies. And a lot of people don't realize it's the same person, which is nice. Like, a lot of people didn't realize, oh, wait, you did Swan Princess or Kiara in Lion King 2. And, and plus I love the ensemble singing. I did too for several of the animated movies.
Now, tell us the truth, because I'm going to wager, I could be wrong, I'm going to wager that our friend, big friend of this show, she watches all the time, Adina Menzel probably doesn't love singing Let It Go every week of her life. How have you found your relationships to these songs that you sang 20-some years ago? How do you find your relationships to them now? Are you still loving it, or you're like, well, this is what's paying my bills, so here you go?
Oh no, really the only songs that I sing regularly are Anastasia. And until I did the Broadway Princess Party, I had never sung any of them live. There were no opportunities to sing them live. But now Anastasia is a total, I was singing it in concert, and I didn't even realize the impact that movie had on people until I would do a concert somewhere, even in China, and people would come up to, and they all knew the movie, and I had no idea. So I never get tired of singing from Anastasia. And I just, a funny thing about Let It Go, just going back to my car videos, I have had some, I think like many of us, moments of anxiety. Real anxiety. And I find that singing is very comforting. And I have like a CD with 1 million tracks that I just will start singing. One of the songs that I sing when I am anxious is Let It Go. I've been singing Let It Go in my car a lot, and someday I'll film it.
Liz, you asked, well, you didn't ask, but you almost asked for requests, and I'm letting you know now. I'm ready for the Liz Callaway Let It Go.
Yes,
I would love to
I
hear
can't
Let It Go
sing
in
it
your
like
voice.
I can't sing it like it's a mixed Let It Go, but it's my version of Let It Go. I actually sang it in a concert in Paris once, so I have sung it once live. But I find singing that in my car just makes me so happy.
Helps
and
you let it
calms
go.
me. Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah.
So someday you're inspiring me. I also have some bloopers of me trying to sing Let It Go.
I'm ready for the Liz Callaway blooper reels. I'm ready for all of it.
Yes.
So before we let you go, first of all, thanks again for being here with us.
Oh, thanks for
tonight,
inviting
today,
me.
whatever time it is, wherever you are. We have
Good
folks
morning
watching from
tonight.
all over the world, so the time is irrelevant. But before we let you go, are there any other projects you're working on that you want to tease us with, or things that you want to let the kids know are in the works, or potentially maybe you wish to be in the works, and there could be some very rich producers watching this program right now who will make them happen?
Well, it's funny. I'm working on some. I just had a single come out last month of a 1968 protest song called "The Morning After," and I'm hoping to do some more songs. I sang a song on Voctiv's upcoming album.
We
love them.
Octave.
Yes, they're amazing. I did the song from Toy Story 2.
She used to
Incredible.
be mine. Oh
Oh my God, it's an incredible arrangement. They're amazing. But no, if go to my YouTube channel, because I'm really trying to kind of turn it into a place where I'm sharing a lot of at-home videos and I'm finding it like a place to be creative, and I have a couple of things that are happening, but I can't talk about them.
Oh,
but
I love those
okay.
teases.
A couple
though.
of interesting.
Keep the kids wanting more. I
Yeah,
say.
a couple of interesting things coming.
Well, I have to say, it's just nice to hear you talk about wanting to find a home on the internet and wanting to be able to share. I think you're doing an incredible job of it. And what's even more impressive is how genuine the stuff that you share is, and how I feel like it's palpable that you just want to share your voice and you want to be a part of it all. If you are watching and you don't follow Liz Callaway, first of all, where have you been? But second of all, her handle is about to slide across the bottom of the screen. I know some of our audience is younger people or people who are not quite as connected to the Broadway community. But you guys, Liz is she's as starry as it gets. We love you so much, Liz, on this show, and we're so appreciative that you were here. Give her a follow, and you too can be up to date on singing in the car, singing on a stage, singing wherever it's going to be. I cannot wait to see what's next with you, Liz.
Thank
Or
you
at
so much,
Liz
you guys.
goes on. She's
That's
gonna
right.
go on. I love that.
Yeah, you can follow her there. You can follow her on YouTube. Liz, it's also just so good to see you. Thank you for joining us
I
tonight.
know, it's good to see you.
I can't wait. I'm really missing like concert culture and like 54 Below and like that culture of being able to see other artists all the time.
Yes, I know. I miss that so much. I miss that, it's wonderful to be able to collaborate with people online, and we're doing the best we can. But boy, I can't wait to be able to do that live again. But in the meantime, and congratulations, this is such an awesome show.
Thanks.
I love it. I love it.
Our green screens don't work, but we're having a good time. Everybody, one more time, thank you, Liz Callaway. Thank you for joining us. We love you so much, and we'll see you.
I'll see you guys.
Cheers. Mwah.
Oh my goodness.
We had a real life princess right
real life
here.
princess among us. One more time. I know I've said it 10 times now, but if you don't follow Liz, follow Liz. It's a good follow, I promise. Speaking of incredible talents, incredible vocalists, studio quality vocals right out of the track, we have a special report coming today.
Ooh.
Actually, I'm sorry. I gave you the segue, but I'm going to backtrack for just
Yeah,
a
I was
second.
like, Michael, we should backtrack just for a moment because we were so excited. We were so excited to bring Liz on that we skipped the raison d'etre.
We did, but also I can
Broadway-Talk
I can
Live.
see our next guest in the little bar, and she just looks so beautiful, and I got excited.
She's beautiful. We're just
before we
excited
bring her
for
on-
everything.
Before we bring her on, we're very excited tonight. Just a reminder that if you're having fun tonight, you guys, you can subscribe to Broadway Talk Live. There are 3 shows currently on this network that we're going to tell you all about a little bit later in the show. So please subscribe to this channel so you can catch all of our shows. And also, for the month of September, we are encouraging you, if you're having a good time and you are so inclined, you can make a donation to Broadway for Biden. Or I think now they're technically called Broadway for Biden-Harris. Work.
Yes.
There is a tiny URL that you can visit. Here it comes. It is tinyurl.com/bwaybiden. If you have a few extra dollars, if you're feeling generous and you're having fun tonight, we highly encourage you to throw a few dollars there that way. We don't think there's much better of a cause right now. We're getting real close.
This is true. This is what we want to happen. It's all we want.
Yes.
And now we will segue to our next very fabulous next special guest. Because up next, today's special report comes to us from an incredibly talented singer, songwriter, and recording artist. You may have seen her on season 3 of NBC's This Is the Voice, where she was Team Adam Levine. And whether you know it or not, you've absolutely heard her vocal talents before.
You have, because although a different actor actually is on screen singing as that Swedish pop opera singer Jenny in The Greatest Showman. Jenny, how colloquial of me. Jenny Lind. In The Greatest Showman, it is actually our guest's voice that is singing out so beautifully in Never Enough. She has played sold-out houses here in New York City. She's toured the world as a singer, frequently collaborating with some of the biggest stars in the musical industry, including David Foster and Michael Bublé, who, by the way, says that she has the most beautiful voice and control.
She's got a debut EP coming soon, and she's just dropped her first original single from it. Last Summer is a love letter for anyone that has felt isolated or lost during this socially distant summer.
I listened to it, I fell in love with it, and I immediately wrote her to see if she would join us today to talk about it. I'm so excited she said yes. We gave her absolutely no notice. But for today's special report, please welcome the incredibly talented Lauren Allred.
Hello, good morning tonight, Lauren.
Good morning tonight.
Ooh, cheers. What's in your, is it a Wendy Williams mug? What does it say on it?
It is.
Oh my gosh.
How
How you doing?
Possession. How you doing?
How you doing? What's in your mug, Lauren? What are we drinking this?
Oh,
this
it might be Prosecco or chocolate. I'm not sure.
Delicious, delicious.
We're so excited you're here. You just dropped your first original single.
I know. It's a long time coming. I can't even believe that it's happening.
I was literally with Jackie when I heard the news, and we were, I saw it on, I think, your Facebook or your Instagram, whatever. Immediately pulled it up. It's available wherever you get your music right now. Ooh. Immediately pulled it up. We listened to it, and I was like, holy moly, I need to reach out to her right now to see if she'll come on and talk to us about it, because it's so good. It is like an end of summer, like, bop anthem. It makes me feel the feels. It's so good.
Yeah.
And it's part of an upcoming larger EP. But will you tell us a little bit about, I have a visual aid here. Here it is.
Ooh.
It's this summer. It just dropped. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So, I mean, I don't know who might know this, but well, the complimentary intro that you gave me kind of hinted at this, but I sang Never Enough in The Greatest Showman, which kind of led me on this world tour of singing Never Enough all around the world, which was unbelievable, but it didn't really give me a moment to breathe or kind of focus on creating. And so this quarantine with a whole year of gigs being canceled, I was just kind of stuck in my apartment and all I could do was write. So
Yeah.
I just kind of bounced back and forth to my producer's home studio and we wrote a whole project. And so it's kind of the break that I really needed to be able to put out some original music. So I'm
And
really
your producer's name, because I'm going to mispronounce it. It's Sewell?
It's Soul.
Soul. See,
Soul.
I knew I was going to do it. I was going to mispronounce it.
So
You
yeah,
almost got it.
almost. What's really cool is I remember, so you played a sold out run at Joe's Pub. What was it, last year?
Yeah, last year, I think.
And I remember, so you played this sold out run at Joe's Pub, and I was lucky enough to be there one of the nights. And first of all, you know this already, but your voice is stunning. Your instrument is just out of control. It's unbelievable to watch you or listen to you sing. But I remember you talking a little bit about, at the show, you talked a little bit about the fact that, like, your career up until then had been singing these, like, very glamorous, polished characters. And that you wanted to start to tell a little bit more of your story, a little bit more of a genuine story of you. And when I listen to this song, I kind of hear that, which is very exciting as just someone who's heard you before. How does this new journey for you kind of compare to what you've already made?
Sure. Well, I've kind of made a career behind the scenes kind of being a chameleon type of vocalist. But at the end of the day, I do have my own voice that I've worked on and doing all these jobs that I'm so grateful for. It did, if I'm honest, leave a little bit of a void inside of me that I wanted to fill, which is just kind of like breaking out and just being able to be creative with songwriting and just kind of like do my own thing. And so as much as I'm so grateful for the work that I've gotten in the studio, I did need to explore this part of my life.
Right. And I mean, I fingers crossed. I mean, your studio career is not going away, and we're excited for more of that as well. But I'm so excited to hear a little bit of your heart, a little bit of your own story, and a little bit of your own creation as you have control of shaping your own first album. It's very
really
cool.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm always open to voiceover work and stuff like that, and I love doing that. But
Well, like I said, there's very many very powerful producers who watch this program. So I'm thinking that you and Liz are getting booked for some voiceover parts right now.
Oh, I love that. And what a coincidence to have me and Liz in this show together. I just am so honored to be in the same title as such a legend.
Well,
Such a
she's pretty
legend.
great, and you're pretty great. We're so excited you're here. Outside of your music career, how have you been? How's quarantine? Just from one person to another, how are you? It's so nice to see your face.
Oh, what a thoughtful question. I'm doing so well. I
Good.
tried to make the most of quarantine, as I'm sure a lot of people did. It was definitely a lifestyle change. I tried to work out a lot. I tried to experiment in the kitchen a lot. I tried to read a lot.
Did you make banana bread?
Actually, I didn't.
Well, then there's more still to do.
A lot of other people's banana bread. I don't know. I still need to experiment with the baking, but I'm doing really well. I feel like it was just kind of a renewing time for me, and just feel grateful that I was able to kind of like create something at this time.
Yeah. Well, we're also very grateful
How
that
are
you're
you?
creating.
Does anyone ask you that?
We're good.
You're good.
You know,
Private.
we decided to make an internet show so we could hang out with our friends on YouTube.
Here it is.
And I'm so glad this happened. Thank you for asking me today. And Jackie, you look unbelievable.
Oh, I just thought I'd put on
I'm
some
very
sparkles because, it's a special night. Lauren, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Liz. Now, you're only a couple years into it, but what is it like having to sing or getting to sing Never Enough as kind of your song for now? And I think I'm always curious because it's like that kind of thing where I'll probably be lip syncing to Firework until I'm like 80. But, for you, like, what is it like, having this song, singing it every different city and around the world? What does it feel like to have that one song be so connected to you, and how do you move through that?
I mean, I feel so grateful. It's a surreal moment every time I perform Never Enough. If I'm honest, it's a little anxiety inducing because it's a very difficult song. And I never know, if I book a gig, if I'll be sick when that time actually comes. And you can definitely hear anything going on in my voice when I sing it. But I just feel so grateful. And there's, in my opinion, there's been such a void with big ballads that people can sing to, that you can even use for audition materials, just sing in your shower.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like Pasek and Paul, the writers of The Greatest Showman, really created such a incredible soundtrack, and so many of those songs are songs that we'll be singing forever. So I just feel very lucky to.
Well, I live equidistant from Ripley Greer up on 8th in the 50s and Ripley Greer down in the 30s. And let me tell you, from my apartment in the 40s, I can tell you, Never Enough is being sung in many auditions, at least New York over.
Apologize or very happy about that. No, I just feel so grateful, and I'll never get sick of being reminded of how lucky I was to have that opportunity.
Well, from Never Enough to this summer, which just dropped, tell me a little bit about who your influences are. When you sat down to write this summer, first of all, did you know what it was going to be, or did it kind of find you? And who did you find yourself inspired by as you were sitting down to write and make this summer?
Let's see. I mean, my number one vocal influence is Mariah Carey.
Work.
I really just studied her voice and just locked myself in my bedroom singing to her, but also Toni Braxton, a lot of jazz singers. It's just really all over the place. But when it came to writing this summer, it really wasn't even about trying to emulate a sound or a style of songwriting. I really just had a lot of emotions that I was going through, and the melodies that we came up with were just kind of straight from my soul. So if anything, it was just influenced by what I was going through at the time.
Yeah. And before we can let you go anywhere, it's part of a larger EP that is currently teasing all of us. Can you share any more information about the EP, when we can expect it? Can you tell us anything, or is it
Drop
just
some exclusive hints on this serious and legitimate news program?
Or is it just follow you on Instagram and keep our fingers crossed?
I can say that we have 2 other singles that'll probably be released a month apart, and they're all ready to go. We're putting the finishing touches on a couple more. I don't know if I should say more, but I will tell you that the next song is my favorite. It's soulful.
Well, I will tell everyone watching to follow Loren at Lauren Allred. It's coming below us right here on the screen. And that is where you will find out when her next 2 singles are dropping. And then in your bio, can they click to find your single to stream or download?
Absolutely. There's a link that kind of shows Spotify, iTunes, whatever your
perfect
streaming platform preference is. It's just available right there.
OMG,
Amazing.
Lauren, thank you so much for being here with us.
My pleasure.
Cheers. Good morning tonight.
Good morning tonight. We're so
I'm
appreciative.
doing good now that we have Wendy back.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. It's so good to see you. And congratulations one more time on your first of Now We Know 3 coming singles. It's a bop. I can't wait to listen to it again. And if you're watching and you don't follow Lauren yet, follow her. Find that song. And we love you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Love you both. Thank you so much.
Mwah.
Bye, Lauren. Oh my gosh, you guys, what an episode. We told you there were going to be surprises today, and we weren't lying. Lauren
the hits
Allred.
keep coming. The hits keep coming. As a reminder, if you're having fun tonight, make sure to hit subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And also, if you're enjoying tonight and you care about, the future of the free world, we encourage you to make a donation to Broadway for Biden by visiting tinyurl.com/bwaybiden. That's tinyurl.com/bwaybiden. Or you can go directly to broadwayforbiden.com. Our URL takes you directly to the donation page. You don't got to click through anything. But either way is great. Send us a little tip through that because, Michael and I care about, the future of the United States.
Yep, it's important, huh? How about that? Speaking of the future, how's this for a
Ooh,
segue?
let's see where it goes, Michael.
Speaking of the future, our next guest is a musical director and a visionary and is bringing us the future of musical theater and pop musical theater. How about that? I did it. Okay, our next guest is a Broadway musical director, a producer, and a real-life fairy godfairy. He's been seen on stages across the country touring with, what's his name? Jeremy Jordan. That's right. He's also the co-creator of the Broadway Princess Party series with Laura Osnes, Susan Egan, Courtney Reed, and of course, famous for inspiring Jackie's look this evening.
And my entire life.
And your entire life. He's worked on Broadway in the music departments for Fiddler on the Roof and American Psycho. Plus, he has been a key part of developing countless off-Broadway and beyond musicals. He is the producer of the Broadway Loves series and has brought us dozens of sold-out prime shows at Feinstein's. I keep forgetting to hit the button for the pictures.
Well, hit the button. I'll stretch.
Let's just talk about
Look
him while
how
the
cute he
pictures
is.
show.
There he is holding a wand. Oh, there he is with Courtney Reed. Oh, what else do we have?
Let's see. There he is with Laura Osnes.
We love Laura Osnes. See, look at these photos. Aren't you glad that
Adrienne Warren?
I'm doing such a great job stretching?
There's the whole Princess Party posse.
Oh, my goodness.
There's
Jeremy Jordan.
Oh, yeah, that's his name. Got it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We did it. Okay, so now that we've seen the slideshow, please welcome to the show, Benjamin Rauhala.
Hey,
Good morning tonight.
morning.
Oh, my goodness. Ben, what are you drinking? What's on your mug? What's happening? Tell me
You know what?
everything.
This is some Gatorade Zero because I'm going to force myself to work out later. But this mug says, Brittany is my spirit animal. And Jeremy Jordan gave me to this for Christmas, I think 3 years ago. What's mysterious about it is this missed opportunity to misspell the word spirit. Why would, but I was like, this is what Jeremy Jordan would get you for Christmas. So there you go.
Hello and welcome to the show. We're so happy you're here. Where are you coming to us from?
I'm coming to you live from my parents' house in Massachusetts, rural Townsend, Mass.
There's no time difference. You're going to work out after 8 p.m.?
I am. I'm actually going to get my hair cut, which is crazy. I have a haircut at 8:30 and then I'm going to work out a little bit.
Oh my God, goals.
Jackie, the crown, the tiara, I'm living. That is my love language. So
this is, well, I wore it just for you. I had a few to choose from, and this was the biggest one I could find. And this is how one greets a fairy godfairy.
Absolutely. When it comes to sparkle and crowns, size does matter. So I appreciate that.
Well, and a few other things too, but we have some younger folks watching. So Ben, tell us everything. Tell us how life has been for you the last few months and, how you're feeling in this moment.
Good question, right? It's like kind of a whirlwind up and down over the last couple months. I've been lucky enough. I had a couple performances outdoors. I just got back from performing with Caroline Bowman and Austin Colby, who are the married stars of Frozen the Musicale on tour. Yes. And so I performed them in July and just last week. And that was really rejuvenating because, I think we've all been in this place where we get to that every day is kind of the same and we're all getting a little socially anxious and I don't know, forgetting how to interact in real life. And so let me tell you, that was some of the highlights of my summer. But I did do the thing where I moved out of New York City last month, which anybody who's gone through it can tell you it's pretty sad and traumatic. I'm not out forever, but just out until, exactly. But honestly, I've been able to get a lot of work done. On the DL, we're working on I'm here. We're working on a symphony version of the Princess Party, which who knows when that will begin someday. But I've been able to get really head on work for that, which has been a treat. because I don't know when I would have worked on that this year otherwise.
And it's going to be Susan Egan with Courtney Reed and Laura Osnes, the three what do they put? Princess Posse.
The princess.
The Princess Posse, but we've got a couple other surprises in store regarding that and further casting. So, as the world comes back to life, we're definitely going to have a lot of fun adventures.
Yeah, well, the Princess Party has really, first of all, congratulations, because you and I have known each other for
forever,
100 years. But congratulations, it's really taken off, and it's really just such a special event to get to watch. I've been lucky enough to watch quite a few of them at this point.
And photograph them so beautifully. So many of those
thank you.
iconic photos you see of us on the internet are Michael's, so thank you.
Well, thank you for involving me. But tell us a little bit about, you guys have been busy in quarantine. I know you did a partnership with Airbnb.
Yeah, that's coming up. So I go to Nashville tomorrow we're all going to quarantine together at Susan's house in Nashville. She just got a new house.
A dream.
I know, it's going to be so dreamy. And so we have 2 shows on Saturday the 26th at 8 p.m. and Sunday the 27th at 3. And so it's going to be kind of like we're going to do most of the concert. We're going to do what we usually do, but we're going to do some question and answers. And we're going to do some more like interview kind of stuff like this. And I'm going to get some juicy backstage stories out of them. It's exciting. But yeah, we've kept busy. There's been a lot of little video performances here and there, some little parodies we did early on. We got to do a music video for A Million Dreams, which we love. And the girls and I were in touch every day, which is great. We check in on each other and do little things together always. So that's been great.
Yeah, and for those who want to follow the Broadway Princess Party, what is the handle there?
They are at BWay Princess PTY, and that is on Instagram. That is on TikTok, but we don't use it much, and that's on Twitter. We're Broadway Princess Party on Facebook, and then the YouTube channel where we all live is just the Benjamin Rauhala one. Hey.
Amazing.
So fun.
Well, and Ben, I think what's exciting for those who don't know, and Liz alluded to this earlier in the show, is that in addition, it's not just, hey, come sing your song. You're also doing really fun storytelling and putting together some amazing medleys. What kind of, because we'll talk about Liz's medley because it's so iconic. How is your kind of process for coming up with these kind of ideas? Since I think we've now expanded so much into the worlds of princesses. It's not just those who maybe played the title role in a Broadway show, but kind of the breadth of princesses in the world. What's kind of your thought process as you kind of approach working with each princess and how you're going to bring that to life musically?
Yeah, I mean, if I start with Liz, what Liz's medley is a condensed version of the conversation I had with her, where I really said to her, I was like, okay, you were in this movie, that movie as these princesses, and the Swan Princess and that. And she's like, well, I actually sang Haga and Pocahontas, and I was the alto silly girl in Beauty and the Beast. And I kind of was cataloging all these stories. And I was like, okay, if I get a little music from each of these, I can highlight all of these and sort of organize the kind of the storytelling that we have. And I think it'd be really special because I think people don't realize we know what we think we know Liz Callaway's voice from, but then all the other things we're like, oh, that was Liz Callaway this whole time too.
When Liz goes in that video and she goes, he's such a small, I was like, oh my God, work, Liz.
I know, exactly. Just the cleanest character mix. We stand.
And wait, if we can just fangirl for a second, now that she's gone, now that we don't have to worry about it. Liz freaking Callaway.
I know.
She just, somehow every time I hear her sing, she just gets better. She's unbelievable. And she's done just some amazing things. That video on Princess Party where you put together her retrospective is mind-blowing.
No, it's incredible. I mean, I'll tell you, I met her first time. We were doing Feinstein's 50 or Below's 5-year anniversary, and I was doing a number it was me, Laura, Taylor Latterman, and Desi Oakley, and Laura sang part of Journey to the Past in it, and I think we were all meeting, and Liz was like, you sang that so beautifully, and Laura and I were both like, and we became friends since then. Let me tell you, Liz, but all of these women too, they are as wonderful and magical as you would think. It's their voices shimmer, and they all are as kind-hearted and lovely as those characters are. It's as a little boy who was dreamed of being Flounder and stuff, all of these women are exactly who you want them to be.
But you dreamed of being Flounder? Ben, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had Ariel the doll with me. You know what I mean? So Ariel was covered. She was cast.
Not me. I was like, give me the clamshell boobies. I'm living this life, girl. Flounder? You didn't even want to be the crab?
Nothing. Well, I know Flounder because you get to be right next to she trusts him. He's the trusted compadre.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll think about that when I do my Miko cosplay for when I'm inevitably crashing the Broadway Princess Party when it comes.
You are
Oh my
welcome
God.
anytime. All queens are welcome.
I can't wait for the Princess Party Jackie Cox crossover episode. Speaking of princess parties and Jackie Cox and other famous people, you've had some huge names. You've had Rachel Bloom, you've had Jodie Benson, you have Susan Egan. Do you ever get like a little starstruck?
Oh, I mean, I will say, and Jodie and I were friends at that point, but when I had rehearsal with Jodie finally, after being friends for like a year and a half, and I started playing Part of Your World, I was like, thank goodness that I've played the song 8,000 times, because I literally forgot how to read music for the first 3 pages. I was like, my hands just did it, but I was like, just play it at the tempo, you know how it goes. And that was one of the few times that I was like, oh gosh. But I'm blessed and lucky enough that I don't often get super, super nervous, because as soon as I'm playing the piano, I know that my job is to service the other person and make sure that they're comfortable and they're getting what they need. And so the professional me kind of takes over and it's like, what does Susan need today? Yeah. And they're all, as I said, so kind. And so they all put you at ease pretty immediately, which is great.
I'm going to start this story knowing that it might be disappointing to our viewers because I don't remember if this is on YouTube or not.
Well, the viewers are very excited about this.
The crab.
The crab. Ben, don't be such a guppy. I know, Carol. I know.
But one of the coolest things I've ever seen was that same night was watching Jodie talk about the reprise and then sing the reprise, which she never gets to sing live. Is that on YouTube or did that?
That is on YouTube. That made it. So
oh, you guys, you're welcome. Go to YouTube. Wait until the show is over. Don't leave us yet. But as soon as the show is over, you are welcome. Go to YouTube. You have to Google Jodie Benson, Princess Party, Part of Your World reprise. Then you have to watch more Princess Party videos. Then you have to watch Lauren Allred. Then you have to watch Liz Callaway. You're very busy tonight.
You're very
welcome.
lot of stuff to watch. I will go down a Broadway Princess rabbit hole and just sit and watch and just live and love, and then wonder where do you store all those little dolls that sit on the piano, and this is all in my mind.
Those are at Laura's apartment. Those are definitely at Laura's apartment. They live in there's a table in her living room and it opens up and they're inside there.
Oh, perfect. Hidden princess dolls. We're getting all the hot, juicy gossip. Like I said, kids, this is a very serious, hard-hitting news program where we don't shy away from the tough questions, the high-quality investigative journalism that you expect from Michael Hull and myself.
This is high quality. And now that I've dumped all of the video packages that we've already shown, my green screen works. So it's going well.
It's going well.
So you're off shortly to Princess Quarantine, which sounds great.
I want to go. Can I? I'm just gonna come. I can't sing any of the songs. I'm just gonna show up with my clamshell bra and wish me luck.
Listen, get yourself tested and we're there. We'll have fun.
Perfect. Yeah. What's her face isn't coming, right? The Ariel, Jodie Benson. She's busy. I'll just do that. I'll do all those parts.
Perfect. Great.
It's going to be great. You're off to Princess Quarantine, which is very exciting. And we will, if they follow you on Instagram, they can see the 2 upcoming performances of whatever we're calling this, Princesses in Quarantine, Princesses in a House.
Right. Our Airbnb virtual experience.
Sponsored
by
Airbnb.
Virtual experience. What else are you looking forward to? What's next for you? What are you putting into the world? What are you excited for?
What am I excited for? Well, I get to run to Vegas with Carrie St. Louis to film an internet concert right after that. She's October 6th, and her show is so funny. So I'm so excited to stack up with her.
She's a former guest of Jackie and I's here on Good Morning Tonight. We stan, I believe that's what they say now. We stan Carrie St. Louis.
We stan Carrie St. Louis.
She's a hoot and a half. Jeremy and I are hoping to do some internet stuff as the year goes on, so I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping for some more magical princess moments as the year develops. I think we might do some fun holiday stuff when it's time for that. And I'm just, honored to be here and honored to have opportunities like this to keep talking to people who I admire and, and just trying to wait it out till it's safe for us to do all the things we really love to do all the time,
It's true. What is it? Belle's Magical Christmas? That's like a wealth of Christmas songs.
Oh, she has 2 Christmas songs in that movie, even.
See, look, there's 2, and then, I can't tell you anything else, but I guess Frozen is all kind of Christmassy. We can kind of loop it all together.
There's Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is the Frozen Christmas special.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of catchy tunes.
Lots of catchy tunes. Well, we love you. We stan you. I'm going to use that word again. We
I
stan you
both.
here at Good Morning Tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us. We cannot wait to see what's next. You guys should definitely follow Ben and the Princess Party on Instagram. And also, if I can get wild, he's on TikTok. I only follow like 10 people on TikTok, but you are one of them.
Thank you. I forgot. That was something I tried to do in in quarantine, and it's been going well. I'm learning how the children speak.
Like I said, I only follow 10 people, but your TikTok is a hit. Your
Thank
TikTok
you.
is like BTS. I'm watching Jeremy Jordan sing She Used to Be Mine. I'm seeing the backstage angles. You're a good follow. You're a good follow, Ben.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Ben, please come back anytime. And like I said, I'm very available. So cheers and good morning tonight.
Cheers and good morning.
All
We
right.
love you.
Whoops. I took him off, put him on. You guys, what an episode. Jackie, it was everything I hoped and more.
And
What?
more.
And
And more.
more.
We found out so many hot and juicy details about all three of our guests' lives, some of which escape me, but we do have to thank them all again. I'm going to bring back Lauren and Ben just back to our stream to say hello. Hi, guys. Thanks again for joining us. We appreciate both of you. Liz is off to her next appointment, but we love her wherever she is.
We
and
sure do.
We really appreciate you guys. And again, thanks to everyone who's watching. Thanks to everyone in the comments who's been commenting. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Michael, tell them what's coming up.
Good question. Here on the Broadway-Talk Live network, we have 3 shows. Coming up next on Thursday, we have the 5:30 Quarantini. That is myself and my buddy Dylan Bustamante. Our guest, you guys, is the very handsome, very talented Derek Klena. Yeah, we're pretty excited. He's going to make a cocktail with us, and then we're going to challenge him to some pub trivia. It's going to be super fun. That is Thursday at 5:30. And
he's
again,
so
if you
cute.
subscribe to, he's so cute. And if you subscribe to this channel, you can't miss it. Then on Monday, do you want to tell the kids what's then, Jackie Cox?
Monday is MT Trivia with Christopher and Kevin Metzger-Timsons, and it's at 9 p.m. And the kids there are it's a very devoted fan base, and they're there to answer and get all the trivia, and you can test your Broadway trivia yourselves by joining Monday at 9 p.m.
Yes, and I'm realizing we're not announcing, I know you see those very story names under that in the script, but we are not announcing their guests.
Oh, okay.
But follow them, and they are going to announce their guests for this week. We're pretty excited about it. It's going to be great. And then, of course, Jackie and I are back next Tuesday with an all-new episode of Good Morning Tonight. We're continuing the Anastasia train.
Ooh, should we tell them?
I think we should.
Our next guest this Tuesday is a different Anastasia. We have Christy Altamere from Broadway's Anastasia will be joining us. It's Anastasia Palooza. Pretty soon we're all gonna it's like, forget the Bolsheviks, bring back the Romanovs. Hey! Very exciting. Well, I love history.
Yeah. One last time, there go all of our guests' handles across the bottom of the screen. Liz, Lauren, and Ben. We're so appreciative of all of them coming. And we have some closing words for you before we go anywhere. Like we've been saying all night, if you are feeling generous and you have the means to do so, please consider making a donation to Broadway for Biden. We're getting very close to an election that is very important.
Yes.
And we're really hoping.
Lauren and Ben, are you both registered to vote?
We
Amen,
are.
absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, cheers, my darlings. Thank you. And good morning tonight.
Yes.
But
For at least 4 years, you can say I've been expecting. But I always made sure I didn't expect too much. I sat around watching cable, but now that I've heard this news, it's released all these possibilities, and all I have to do is choose. I want it all. I want it all. I want a candidate who sure can win this fall. I want it all. I want to make sure Biden-Harris won't lose. Want to ensure that women have the right to choose. A cabinet with Warren, Sanders, Buttigieg, and Klobuchar. I want it all.
I've been sitting here making decisions just like you have. So the thing that I did was to make myself a list. I put what I want on this side and what I don't want over here. It was quite a bout, but I worked it out, and now the answer's very clear. I want it all. I want it all. I want Joe Biden to answer November's call. I want it all. I want the Orange Cheeto vanquished in glory. I want our first female VP and her story. I want to hear some sane ideas coming from every West Wing hall.
I want our leaders to agree to pass a Medicare for all.
I want to finally let RBG retire. You go, girl.
I want it all.
I want it all. I want to find a way to break through every wall. I want it all. I want no more malarkey.
I want to end systemic racism.
I want LGBTQ plus rights.
I want aviator sunglasses.
I want immigration reform.
I want gun control.
I want Kamala Harris.
I want a sensible and logical plan to end the COVID-19 pandemic.
I want it all.